Show.
Ask not.
I'm going to get really deep with you and your audience now. I'm sorry if it shocks anyone, but I personally, when I was 16 years old, I got raped.
Ronnie J Show.
Just do it. Because once you start, you'll then improve.
Ronnie J Show.
Ask not.
And why do men cheat, or why does anybody cheat on their partner? The thing that really triggered me when I was going on my walk and I was thinking about this was that we actually blame the other person.
Ask not.
Ronnie J Show.
They haven't really done internal work that requires to build the resilience, the strength, and the self-awareness of them.
What your country can do for you.
We must be very careful not to compare our relationships. It's toxic.
Ask what you can do for your country.
Ronnie J Show.
Hi, you're welcome to the Ronnie J Show, and today I've got an amazing guest with me, all the way from Nigeria. I've got Mrs. Olubanjo, but a lot of people call her Ronke, so I think for the benefit of this show, I'm going to call her Ronke for her fans who are watching. And in the Ronnie J Show, we motivate and we encourage people to try to reach their dreams. And today we're talking about Africans in diasporas in particular. So anywhere you're watching around the world, we want to try and understand what needs to happen for Africans in diasporas to be encouraged to come and invest back into their country. So hopefully I'm speaking to Ronke today. She can introduce herself, tell us about why she qualifies to comment on this topic. And then, so introduce yourself, please. Go ahead.
Okay, my name is Aderonke Olubanjo, like you heard, and I'm a fashion designer. I'm a fashion teacher. My brand is, I have two brands. I have one is called DGV Styles, which caters for bespoke tailoring services. And I have one called Dress for Less, which is a ready-to-wear line. And the major aim of that is to encourage Nigerians buy at a very affordable price for all. So that's like a mini brand of DGV Styles. I've been in the industry for over 20 years now. I started a college in 2010, or a fashion school, which is the leading in my state, which is Oyo State right now.
Okay, that's in Nigeria.
In Oyo State, Nigeria right now.
Okay.
We trained a lot of people, still training a lot of people. As you can see, it's a very big school. And the aim is empowering Nigerians, seeing young people who are being affected by the economy, lack of unemployment, see them doing good, launching good things. It's always my joy. And that's what I'm doing right now. And also, I'm a coordinator for what we call the scheme in Nigeria, organized by the central bank. It's called XMIS. So the scheme is meant to support small business owners, to give them funds, a no collateral loan. Okay. So luckily, we got contacted and we became a director for the CBN work. So I'm doing that presently. This is my second year doing that job right now for the federal government.
Okay, that sounds very interesting. Okay, let's go back one step. There's a lot of information in there. So what motivated you to go into fashion designing in the first place?
Voila. What motivated me? Let's say I've always loved fashion.
Okay.
When I was growing up, I think I would go to my tailor and tell the person, no, don't do this, don't do that. I want this, I want that. So the woman just looked at me one day and said, just go and learn this thing and stop. I didn't really take it up because as a young girl, I was fascinated by fashion magazines. If I see a fashion magazine, till date, even though we have all the EEE on the phone, you see me collecting magazines, collecting books because it's just my passion. I think at a point I felt, okay, this could be a line, but I never thought of it. I never thought of diverting into fashion fully. I did mass communication in school.
Okay.
Then later, after or during school, there was a strike, a long strike. One whole year we're off school.
Wow.
And I told my mom that I can't sit at home. I need to invest my time. Of course, my friends were against me saying, no, you can read, you can write, you like doing that. I said, no, let me do something that has to do with skill. I believe if I don't use it now, it's going to be useful for me later on in life.
That's correct.
So I went to learn. During that period, I learned, I completed my training. By the time we got back to school, I was full in the business. So I was even using the money to run my school later on. That was the 99, 2000.
Okay. That sounds really good. That sounds good. So now you have got your own fashion college, and
Yes.
you got your own brand. Which one did you have first? You
Yes.
had your own brand first, obviously. Then you had your college afterwards.
Yes.
So
My brand first, then the college after.
okay, you had your DGV first, and then the college after.
Yes, DGV actually started with a name called Dressings.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, Dressings
It was-
fashion.
Yeah, Dressings, just dresses, dress essence merged into one.
Ah, I didn't know that.
So that was the first thing. So the D of DGV is Dressings.
And what's the G?
Global Ventures.
Ah, there you go. Dressings.
So we now
Global
had to put
Ventures.
it to DGV styles. Because
And
you know what happened then was
Mm.
when I started, the name was growing. Then I heard of a Dressings in Lagos, Nigeria.
Mm.
But as our spellings are different, our own is sense, mine is essence. So
Okay.
I thought if I continued and I don't change, if I become big, you know, it's easy to just say, oh, that's our branch in that state. So I just I just changed my name to DGV. I used the acronym. And I think I saw the vision. I saw it was going to become a very big thing. Even though it was small, it was almost invisible.
You were
But
already
I was
looking
just-
ahead.
Yeah, I saw the glory ahead, you know. I said, this is going to be big. Don't let me allow people push
Yeah.
down my name or cover
Yeah.
my name up with theirs. Let me just separate myself from the rest. And that was how it became DGV Styles.
Do you do you get people from, I know I've asked you this before, but do you have people from abroad who would like to go into fashion and learn fashion from you or from Nigeria?
A lot of people. In fact, right now we're trying to put together, our online school is almost launched. And I know you've been on my neck for that as well.
Yes,
So
I'll be your first student.
It's launching this 2020.
Good,
you know, because for a while, like this week now, we had a girl from Liberia who came to the school today. You know, we've had people from London especially. I've had like 4 people there come over on holiday, then use the holiday time to learn.
Yeah.
So I think I've had people from all over the country. And right now, you know, I think the COVID did a reset to a lot of things I've been very laid back on. I saw it that, okay, even if they could take a leave, take a break and come home, now there's no time to travel.
Yeah.
I need to put finishing touches to everything to be able to reach people all over the world, not just restricting them to this country alone.
Correct. But the challenge now is, how do we encourage diasporas to come and invest and do what you were doing? You know, of course, we've got fashion designers who live abroad, and we got all these people who got all these dreams. But how can we get them to come and do what you're doing?
Yeah, I think for people abroad, because I have a couple of friends there who are still not so sure if they want to come home.
Yeah,
I think the major problem is the fear of the unknown, and sometimes lack of trust, which has been a factor that has affected a lot of people who had invested earlier. You know, entrusting something with someone and discovering is not the way you expected it to be. Correct. So that's, you know, or hearing stories from other people. And when I'm trying to convince some people, they tell me, no, Ronke, don't say that. I mean, this person did that, the other person did that, and this is their result. But we tell them, look at the country. Even the people who have goals, who have visions here, they have some people have financial problems. And if you have the money or you have the talent, the best thing to do is invest. It's like you're planting a tree. It takes a lot of work. You know, okay, the problem I think we have sometimes is we look at the picture. We don't look at the process. It's a process. You know, you have to, you see the mighty tree, beautiful fruits on it. You've forgotten it started as a small seed, which has to be planted, watered, nurtured, and you have to watch it grow. So for some people in diaspora, I've talked to them sometimes. I have a brother in particular who I talk to, and he tells me, no, Nigeria is a no-go area. Then I tell them, you're coming back home one day, remember? You have to come back home one day. So
of course.
For the sake of, what do I call it now? I'm trying to look for the English. Your family, your name.
Yeah.
You know, one day, and you know, it's very funny, the millennials, this generation, they want to know their roots, no matter where they are. They're always talking about roots. So when they want to know their roots, you don't want them to come home and see what your friends had done. And asking you, oh, so dad, mom, where were you when they were doing this? He said, I was abroad, but that's not our home. This Africa is our roots.
But when the diasporas, sorry to interrupt you, when the
yeah, sure.
when the diasporas, when they hear you talking, the way you're speaking now, they say, because she's been staying there, she understands the system, you know, that's why she's talking like this. It's not as easy as that. You understand? They talk about the last interview I had last week. The guy was talking about the fetishness, and he's also talking about security issues. And you talked about trust, the lack of trust. I want you to expand a little bit on that for those who are watching. What do you mean by lack of trust?
The trust is when you've given someone a job one time and the person disappointed you, there's a higher chance of you not trusting anybody again. But in business, you have to just learn and keep learning. I can't say because I've made a mistake once, I won't attempt it again. I mean, I'm here and I get disappointed a lot of times. I'm still here with my people here. So if they could do it to me right under my nose, then of course you will expect it. You know, they'll say it's easy. It's not as if we here don't have a lot. In fact, we have a whole lot of challenges. It takes a lot to run business here. It takes a lot to maintain business here. And it takes a lot to get faithful workers to keep it running. So you have to be there 24/7. Your brain must be working, your eyes must be working, everything must be working. Because at the end of the day, the glory is yours. They won't say your staff messed up or your staff, you know, they pulled on them. They will say you didn't do well or you weren't attentive enough. So, you know, if they want to do it, they should start by not saying they are relying totally on the second party or third party. Be ready to be actively involved and full monitoring. That's one thing I know that works for Nigerians, full monitoring. Don't leave anything to chances. No matter who the person is, your blood, your mother, your father. I know my mom, she's so kind-hearted, so don't trust her with some business. She would use everything for charity. So, you know, things like that. I mean, she's not trying to be bad. She's trying to be good as well. So you won't blame her for a kind heart. So what you do as someone that wants to come and invest here is look at it like it is my business. I am building this house. If it doesn't work, the blame goes to me 100%. Then I'm ready to give it all it takes. Look for the right people. It doesn't come in a rush.
So they have to relocate.
What?
Is that what you're saying?
They don't have to relocate. I don't think they have to, but they have to be coming home. You can't really do it there totally. One, find someone that you can trust totally, they can work with. Okay, I have people that I send close there to help me sell. I'm not there. I just trust them, they will sell. So the same thing applies. If I could say, oh, help me sell this, even if it's £2, £3, it's something. I don't have to be there, I'm just trusting you. Then you sell and get my money and I give the person their cost. So sometimes, you know.
If I'm speaking from experience and from talking to a lot of people, this issue that you raise, this lack of trust, is a big factor. And I want us to kind of dwell on it a little bit longer. And how easy is it to find this person? You're just saying it as if it's just so easy to just find somebody.
It's not easy. I can say that over. It's not so easy.
Thank you for watching the Ronnie J Show. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and to participate, please go to theronniejshow.com or email drip.co.uk. Thank you.
This issue that you raise, this lack of trust, is a big factor. And I want us to kind of dwell on it a little bit longer. And how easy is it to find this person? You're just saying it as if it's just so easy to just find somebody.
It's not easy. I can say that over. It's not so easy. You know, I think it has to be, it takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
Because you trust some people, they'll fail you. Then you trust some people, you trust with a little, start with a little. Like the Bible says, he who is faithful in little, be faithful in much.
True.
So don't just entrust somebody with 10 million naira or 30 million naira. Oh, I want to build a house. In fact, it happens a lot with that housing thing. There's some people they're building houses for, and I'll look at the house, I'll be like, I don't think the person knows the area very well, because if the person knew this area, the person would not accept it. So, you know, trust is a big issue, but because it's business, you learn to let go, and you learn to watch. And that's what we do in business. You can't just say, I trust you totally. Even the people that are working for me, I'll look at them like, okay, I can go to work, I can go to do other businesses, but don't sleep on it. Something might go wrong.
I like what you said when you said start small, because I remember from experience and also from talking to people, I keep drumming this point. If you want to do a business in Africa, start small.
That's it.
Once the interview I had last week on the last show, the gentleman wanted to go into farming, and he was thinking about having maybe a big farmland. I said, no, if it's 100 by 100, start with 100 by 100, and then learn with 100 by 100, and gradually you improve.
Exactly.
Maybe it's because diasporas have too much money. You know, they think they don't want to wait for.
That's the wrong impression we have here. They believe, oh, they have the money, let's help them spend it. Even the way they will not spend their money, you see them spending other people's money like that, and that's the wahala, is the problem.
Oh, good. So how do they? You talked about a living scheme fund that you're doing. Tell the diasporas that are watching. Explain that a bit more.
The funding scheme.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's very funny. I would say diasporas are benefiting from it, actually. So it's a scheme by the Central Bank of Nigeria. It's called Agribusiness Small Medium Enterprise Investment Scheme. It's to support all businesses, not just agriculture alone, because many of us think CBN is all about agri. No, it's for all skill, but it must be a skill. Because there's no collateral loan, you must buy equipment. It's like they are investors. So once you get the money, the first thing you do is tell us what you want to buy with the money. Even before you buy, you write a list, you do a plan for the business. They must see your plan. Then when they see the plan, you can get anything from 10 million naira below. And the beauty of the scheme is the only requirement is to do a training. That's why we're coordinator. You do a 5 days entrepreneurial training to develop your business, to tell you how to monitor your finances, how to do this, little by little. Then when you get the money, you buy all the things you want to buy with the money first. So they give you assigned people to monitor you. Then you start your business. And for 6 months to 18 months, you don't pay anything back, which varies depending on your business. I think agriculture gets, maybe 6-18. But skills, if you're a startup business owner, you may get up to 1 year moratorium. You use the money, then after your moratorium expires, depending on what they give you, you start paying back at 5% interest, which is beautiful.
But the way you're saying it now, a Nigerian person listening will be saying, but you need to get connections to be able to.
No, this
apply.
one, actually, yeah. If I wasn't involved in this scheme, honestly, I won't be able to talk about it, but I can say 100%. In fact, if possible, 500%. This is one scheme I have seen that you do not need any connection. I mean, there are people that when they came to apply, they'll be telling me, because it's you, I'm applying because you are involved, because of my name and my brand. And I'll tell them, okay, yeah, if you're scared, walk into Central Bank, tell them I sent you, or you want to confirm something about me or my name, then ask, they will tell you. So when people started saying this thing happened, they were like, oh, so this time happened in Nigeria. And this thing is so silent, you hardly hear about it.
I think maybe people are just a bit skeptical. I think because of all the previous experiences, people are just like doubting, like, I can't.
In fact, of course, till date, people are still skeptical. When they come to fill their forms, they are telling me, are you sure? Are you sure? I tell them, and then I bring out my file, my evidences of those who have paid. Okay, call this person. You can call this. Don't tell them you are even from me. Just tell them you want to confirm something. Then after that, ask them, mention my name, mention the college, and tell them. They will tell you the truth that, okay, they knew nobody. I was talking to a woman last, she was practically crying over the phone that she had no one. I think she's a widow or a single mom. She had no one, and she's opened a very big restaurant in Lagos, very big.
Yeah.
In fact, they had to tell me to go and do the video for the bank, for the central bank. They were so excited. So she used that money well. Now, by next year she start paying. She has I think 9 months moratorium. So she's just using the money, enjoying and expanding. So it's a scheme that everyone can benefit from, especially if you have people here.
Yeah. So what can the government do to encourage diasporas? What do you think they should do?
I think the first thing the government should do is security. It should be tightened. Once they know that their investment, their lives, and their properties are safe, many people would love to come home. You don't want to come home and hear gunshots in the middle of the night. It's traumatic. It disturbs you. I've seen people that they came to the country, they got attacked, and they never came back. And they will tell you they're never coming back. So if security can be handled well, that's number one. Then electricity. Wow. I spend a whole lot to maintain my business every week. That's a lot.
I can imagine.
So we have to keep it going. We don't want to stop doing it. We want to just say, I'm not stopping this. I'm going to do this on and on. So if they can improve on the electricity supply, there is constant light, constant power, and security. Those two factors, very good. Then by the time those two goes well, probably our exchange rate needs to be worked on, because that thing is high. It's really, really bad.
I want to challenge you though. Is it, I know the government is responsible for our overall security. Well, I don't think the government can do this on their own.
Thank you for watching the Ronnie J Show. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and to participate, please go to theronniejshow.com or email drip.co.uk. Thank you.
We were talking about security before we went on break, and my challenge is, can we as diasporas that's expecting all this, we keep expecting the government to do everything. Don't you think we have a responsibility? Don't you think we can come and make a difference in that security issue?
I think Nigerians, the problem we have is we say the government is practically doing nothing. So we say we want them to just don't tell us to do this. We make our roads, we do our water ourselves, we drill our borehole, dig our wells. So what is the government doing? But as you said, I think it's everybody's duty. It's everybody's job. You can't just say, there's one thing they were saying one time. If you see something, say something. What we see, how many of us will say? But I've had reasons to call the police several times, and they have responded.
Yeah.
So when I tell people, they will say, no, because they know it's you. I'll say, no, they didn't know it was me. I just called, and they had no idea who was calling. And they came, and several times. There was an area we're living in, and that area was a bit not so secured. So each time I hear something, even from afar, because the first time it happened to me, I was shouting, nobody listened, and they were trying to break into our own house. So fortunately, they couldn't. But I called the security later, and I called their numbers that, okay, anytime I hear something, I call you, I raise an alarm. So I kept raising the alarm, and I realized nobody will do that. So I asked them, why are you complaining? You hear something, you don't call, you go under your bed. Your bed will not save you. Your chair will not save you. Or you're seeing a strange person around you. You call, you tell them. Sometimes they're in their offices doing nothing because they have no information. So even if the government wants to work, what's our part? Are we doing our part well? Are we protecting? Look at my area, for instance. It's very funny that at night, people don't put on security lights.
Why?
And you ask them, they say, I don't know. I think maybe they're preserving their life. I don't know. I just don't know.
Or they might think that if they put on their lights, the armed robbers will say they have money when there's no light.
Imagine Nigerians, I will not start complaining that the government is doing this. So I asked someone, like, so why is nobody putting on the security lights? We only do, and maybe one other house. And the streets are so dark. So why are we protecting ourselves? We should all learn to do the little we can do. Because as they say, little drops of water makes a mighty ocean. If I do my part well, if I believe my house should be clean, if I don't throw dirt on the road, that's how it starts. It starts with me. It doesn't start with the government. It will catch up. It's like a vicious cycle.
I strongly believe that it is not what you want the government to do for you, but what you can do for your country. I'm saying that because there are so many things that we've grown up to believe that the African government should do everything. They should clear your road. They should sweep your road.
No,
they should clear
I think
your
it's
garden.
because people have they have a wrong idea that it happens abroad.
No way. No.
That's what they believe in. So when you tell them, you keep on arguing. You keep on arguing. It happens abroad. The government does everything. And I tell them it does not. They don't do everything. I wish people like you can tell them that you don't do everything. Let them know.
We are trying.
Please do make it very loud.
So I think whoever's watching, and thank you so much for your comments and your references. I think the feedback from this little conversation is that we all have to start trying. Seriously, we can't just keep waiting for the government to do everything. Little things. Can you imagine the number of people that you are engaging and employing in the little thing that you're doing? The amount of impact that you're making to your small community. And you're not a multimillionaire, It's not as if you have 100 million in your bank account. You're just managing small family with your husband and children, trying to make a difference. Whereby there are those who have the money and they're afraid because they think that, you know, if I come there, I can't enjoy the money the way I want to enjoy the money. I can't walk down the streets with my flashy car. I can't feel free because of security. I understand all that. However, if you're afraid about security, why don't you start a security business?
Now you're talking. I like that.
You know?
That's true.
So anyway, for my viewers, please tell them how to get in touch with you and tell them how you can make a difference in their life. Go ahead.
Okay, so you want to get in touch with me? My Instagram handles are at DGV Styles, spelled DGVSTYLES. And my WhatsApp number is +234 807 407 1884. Email is dgvstyles@gmail.com.
And what's your website? What's your website?
www.ibcfc.com.ng. That's our school website.
Fantastic. I'll put the link below, so whoever needs to get in touch with you to see your brands, and I'm sure if you people want to get in touch with you regarding, I think they'll be more interested with the funds and the loan that you talked about.
Yeah, I think they should. For them and for their people at home who haven't heard, they should just direct them to me. I'll definitely put them through, and I can assure them everything is safe. That one.
And just a question, this is only in your state or this is across the whole country?
Across the country. I have candidates all over Nigeria, all over, all the states, the states.
Sounds
because some people do not know how to go about, so they feel safe with someone they can relate to.
Yeah.
That's why it's international accreditation.
I think maybe you should ask if there's a representative of the CBN bank that we can talk to. I would love to have a little interview with that person, so they can begin to talk more, and reach out to more people.
And I'll let him know. So whatever he says, I'll give you feedback.
Amazing. It's great talking to you, and have a fantastic week, okay?
Same here. Always amazing talking to Ronnie J.
God bless you, sister.
Oh, wait, come over.
Take care of yourself. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bless.
Bye.
Bye. Go turn off the gen now, so save your petrol, okay?
I sure will. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Ronnie J Show.
Ask not.
I'm going to get really deep with you and your audience now. I'm sorry if it shocks anyone, but I personally, when I was 16 years old, I got raped.
Ronnie J Show.
Just do it. Because once you start, you'll then improve.
Ronnie J Show.
Ask not.
And why do men cheat, or why does anybody cheat on their partner? The thing that really triggered me when I was going on my walk and I was thinking about this was that we actually blame the other person.
Ask not.
Ronnie J Show.
They haven't really done internal work that requires to build the resilience, the strength, and the self-awareness of them.
What your country can do for you.
We must be very careful not to compare our relationships. It's toxic.
Ask what you can